Hello and welcome to On a Side Note Gaming. Gonna be playing Outer Worlds. I'm just gonna go with normal hard difficulty. Sounds good. I'm going into this with pretty low expectations.
Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. Is that Rick from Rick and Morty come to free me from my ice hell? Yes, it is.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists will have to drift out here forever just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
It's pretty shitty. Alrighty.
You could survive on the surface of Tartarus briefly.
Companion ability refresh. Health regen. Lie sneak medical. Let's go with some temperament. Dex is handguns. I definitely want that. care about melee. So let's get our charm up. There we go. Next.
At last, a kindred spirit. A gunslinger. Oh, they're going to tell stories about you from here to Hephaestus.
Determination, drink effect duration, block persuade. Elevator operations specialist. Dodge, N-ray damage received, food effect, corrosive, inspiration, medical. Prior to leaving Earth, you earned the trust of the medical community's most esteemed junior surgeon, who entrusted you with stuffing cotton balls into pill bottles. Experience on the job made you realize that diagnosing illnesses doesn't take a formal education when a search terminal and a little imagination will do the trick. This is true. Plasma damage, science, level 0 class A. You've cleaned out enough test tubes to develop a keen instinct for what goes in them and why. Maybe you didn't get in this business to mop up leavings of failed experiments, but that's part of the job. Even if you can't unsee what happens in the lab, you can at least learn from the mistakes and enjoy the colorful nightmares. Oh, good. Yeah, let's go with medical.
Junior grade? Oh, morphine dispenser.
Those eyes are very green. Give me, yeah, there we go. My position's fine. I need hair. Let's fix that huge fucking nose. Needs to go up a little. Yep. Nose vertical. There we go. That's some serious burns. I don't know why I'm spending so much time on the face. Don't I wear a helmet the whole freaking game? Yeah, there we go. Cool. Accept. Yep. Looks good. Oh no, he's about to get caught.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend. Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
That doesn't look good.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 10%. Skip drive
Shit.
deactivated.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
This isn't going to be fun, is it? Boy howdy, I sure do love getting dropped onto a fucking planet from orbit.
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry, I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
Oof.
Ah, you've landed good. Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
Oh. Been sprinting this whole time, game. Thanks for telling me how, though. Whoops. I need to get used to A not being take. What am I hiding from? Oh. These dogs. Space dogs. That sounds like rapid cell death.
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Oh, so my bullet time is a result of me being frozen for 70 years. You have low health. Use the emergency medical inhaler. I'm not gonna waste an Adreno.
Hey, you, come here.
Hey, what up?
You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Investigating an illegally grounded ship. All spacecraft must arrive and depart from authorized landing pads. That's board law, that is. Some hull had grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh? Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for
Good.
patching me up and all. All Spacer's choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
Alrighty. Tried the best, now try the rest. So that's just a way of saying that these are not the best weapons. These are anything but the best.
Oh, what just happened?
Good to know.
Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
Shut the hell up, Phineas. I want to know how to use that. Oh, right bumper. That's some weak fucking ammo. Alrighty. Hacking and picking. Hacking, lockpicking skills, blah 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 blah. Okay. Pick up fish sticks. Oh god, I'm on fire. We found a new weapon. How do I open my inventory? Weapon management. Okay. Why do I have 2 sabers? Armor management, ID. Pre-sliced bread. What a time to be alive. Oh. Right, that's how I heal myself. Glad I'm just blowing through my medical shit. Holy Christ. I forgot I'm playing on hard. Continue. Alright, so no fucking melee on hard. That's gonna be just a hard pass. Yoink yiddy yoink. Yep. Do. Fight when I have a better gun. Shit. Stop noticing me, you bastard. Yeah, that's what I thought.
You hide. Get them!
Nope. I'm too busy for you.
Over here before you get yourself killed.
Alrighty.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Smile for my surveillance device, Marauder. I am tracking your every move.
I'm not a marauder, so feel free.
Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Hello. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction. Jettison procedures initiated. Disengage in airlocks. Prepare to eject all boarding parties in
Oh
5,
no.
4, 3, 2, 1. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
I'm sorry to hear that, Ada.
This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne. I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand? Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning
Good.
remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
Great.
Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate your cooperation.
No problem, Ada.
Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time. The navigation console
I certainly
is
will.
offline at this time, Captain.
Skill improvements. 20% terror and fear for 3 seconds after the first time you hit them. I get 10 whole points. One mag pick. Ba 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 ba. Gets that up to 30 technically. And oh, I guess that's it. Apply that. Oh, I wanted perks. Alrighty. So I get one tier 1 perk. Base health, tactical time dilation meter, damage when alone in a party, walk speed, sprint speed, durability, companion crit chance, vendor prices, XP from companion kills, ability to fast travel when encumbered, that's pretty good, recharge rate, carry capacity, additional ammo stock on vendors, base armor rating. None of these help me with sprinting, do they? Or sneaking. None of these help me with sneaking. I guess base health is probably the best thing to grab at the beginning, since I'm playing on hard and am an idiot. So let's go with that. Apply. Yeah. Alrighty. I'm just gonna save scum through most of this because I'm fucking bad.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because
Yes.
it started making a bit of a clamor after you went in. Scared the Marauders right off. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay. Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Oh, thank God. I probably should have killed that kid and seen if I could have taken his armor. Oh well. I doubt I could have. What are you? You're a marauder, ain't you?
Huh?
Yep. Love wasting shit. Holy Christ, I'm bad at shooting with a controller. I might need to play this game with WASD. Alright. Continue. Let's try that again. Using mouse and keyboard. I'm gonna have to pass that speech check again, aren't I?
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because it started making a bit of a clamor after you went in. Scared the marauders right off. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay. Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming.
It's no
I'd
problem.
like to speak with my manager. I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Take care. Alrighty. Alrighty. Where did I leave those corpses? Seriously, there's a guy within melee range. There he is. Oh, thank Christ.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices. Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Good to know. No other way for me to farm XP, so I'll be on my way. Anything for me to steal before I go in? Doesn't look like it. Might as well just get on with it. Really wish I could put my fucking gun down. I guess technically if I just have out a knife, that's less aggressive than pointing a gun everywhere.
Almost lost a finger.
You have a name.
I've got some time.
What's up?
Oh, I'm an actuary. That means I keep tabs on a worker's living expenses. How much it costs to feed, clothe, shelter, bury, and replace your average human worker. Technically, I'm employed by the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources.
So you work in HR. Sucks to be you. I've got some knives to sell.
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Heard Marauders got in.
Just between us, Wilson deserted. Lost his nerve. Ran off in the thick of night.
You kidding me? Damn. Always thought he was made of sterner stuff.
I think he was plagued. Guess he didn't want to die in the sick house.
Plague? Ah, shit. I had some of his salt tuna.
You moron.
Alrighty. I can just fucking break into people's homes. This is wonderful. Set up listening rating. Okay, there's not going to be much interesting on these, I don't think.
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you round here too often.
Oh, I just came to talk to the vicar is all. None of us are above confessionals.
What have you got to confess? You ain't thinking of deserting, are you?
What? No. And I resent the accusation.
Wasn't nothing but a question. Do excuse me.
I must be on my way. Verity to you.
Jesus Christ. Just jumped straight to accusations of desertion. What a place to live. Oh boy, the elevator rides.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson, I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize.
She did.
I was given no
jackass.
forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way. The geothermal plant was built by our owners, Spacer's Choice. Lit up the whole Vale once upon a time. Most of the Vale is now abandoned. All that power is going to waste. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Oh.
My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Alrighty. I should have asked him to pay me by the head, but, oh, that just calls the elevator. Jesus.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Okay.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. You got a minute?
Yeah, let's get away from all of the listening people. Sure, what up?
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale. Sure, it all comes together seamless in his own head. And I reckon he means well, for all that. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
I'm sure the deserters are very fine people, so what?
Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. It don't seem right to me, mister. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Alrighty. I mean, I've spoiled myself somewhat because I know about this first quest, and I know that all the deserters are fucking cannibals. So, like, do I cut off the cannibals' power, or do I cut off the town's power? Spacer's choice, the best you can afford. Oop. Vending machine discovered. Hack skill 20 or higher allows you to sell items to the vending machine. I've got a hack skill of 20, right? Hold Z to sell junk. Dervish meat. Sell that, sell that. Mac and cheese. Love the name. Good. Wait, where's the vicar? That's out. Glad I didn't waste my time talking to the vicar before.
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And
Yes.
Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
What sort of spiritual device
They
do you
who are
have
not
here?
satisfied with their work are satisfied with nothing. No. How about, work fortifies the spirit. True exhaustion awaits idle hands. The OSI teaches that the Grand Architect set a perfect system in motion at the beginning of time. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in that grand plan.
Oh.
The Order of Scientific Inquiry, also known as scientism to the layperson.
Okay.
Mock me all you want. I know my beliefs to be true.
Alrighty.
What would you like to discuss?
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
If you could answer quick, we're in a hurry.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice? Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Heidi? I guess I'll try and get the cannibals to move back to Edgewater. I doubt I'll be successful, but I will certainly try. Let's get over to the botanical labs and talk to those guys. I'm also very curious as to what they're putting in the,
Where are we headed? You mean about the mission being too clean? I know, but Vickers says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vickers sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass. It just comes off cold to me, is all.
I mean, I wanted to know about the not fish that are being used for the cans, but whatever. I guess I'm the crazy one for picking up on that little tidbit. Edgewater Cemetery discovered. Ooh, what's in here?
Got it? Inside voices.
The hell are these? Oh. thought it would be something I could pick up. Oh, Christ. This looks like an illegal operation. Why is picking the lock considered illegal? Stealing from criminals shouldn't be illegal. But whatever. I want to get my intelligence up. What's that under? Seriously, what the hell's intelligence under? Is that tech? I guess. Improve weapons and armor at a workbench. Z.
Coming.
Oh, that's to command her to go do shit.
Incoming!
What? Oh, Christ. Oh, crap.
That's gotta hurt.
Oh, Christ. Holy hell. Havarti, are you dead? Or are you just unconscious? Blech. Well, that's me dead. I wonder if I go up to those mines fast enough if I can disable them.
You're...
Oh, I'm staggered. Make your companions tougher, give them better armor, increase your determination skill, give companion perks, increase their toughness.
Move along, stranger. We don't want... Yeah, go ahead and ignore them.
Planned on it. Hi.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear? I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Okay.
No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice. The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer. Reed Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
Belongs to the town, come back to the cannery, that's about it. Yes, consider come back to the town, he's willing to make amends.
Make amends? Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves. He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans? Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do. You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scraps Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them. Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives. You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it. I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Tough choice. As much as I don't want to support the Megacorp, I do sort of need their backing to get my shit together. But we will come to that when we come to that in the next episode. It's been great. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys in the next one.